know that look, right? The one you see across your classroom. Students just staring at a blank page, totally stuck. It's such a common hurdle, but what if I told you there's a simple tool to help them get past it? Today, we're going to break down a really cool strategy that helps students organize their thoughts and become way more confident writers. So let's dive in.
This really is the big question, isn't it? That first step, just planning what to write, can feel so overwhelming for students that it kind of shuts down all their creativity before they even get a chance to start. But what if we could give them a simple, memorable map for their ideas?
Well, we can. It's called the POW Strategy. And don't let the simple name fool you. It's an incredibly powerful tool designed to solve this exact problem by giving students a clear roadmap for any informative writing they have to do.
So what is it exactly? PAW is just a simple mnemonic, a memory aid that guides students through planning and drafting. And honestly, the best part is how versatile it is. It works for students at pretty much any grade level.
So, why does it work so well? Well, for one, it takes this huge, scary task called writing and breaks it into small, totally manageable pieces. When you take the pressure off like that, you see student motivation go up, their organization gets better, and it gives them a clear structure they can rely on. Plus, and this is a big one, it plays nicely with other writing strategies you're probably already using.
The real magic here is in its simplicity. It's just 3 steps. POW. Pick my idea, organize my notes, and write and say more. Let's break each of those down, starting with the P.
All right, first up is P for Pick My Idea. This is all about that initial creative spark. It's the brainstorming phase. The only goal here is to get all those potential ideas out of their heads and down on paper. No need to worry about structure or anything else just yet.
And the guiding question for them here is super simple, but really powerful. What is the main idea I want to share? This helps them find a clear focus right from the get-go.
Okay, next up is O for Organize My Notes. This is where all that beautiful chaos from brainstorming starts to make sense. Students take their ideas and begin to group them together logically, figuring out how all these different thoughts can connect and support their main point.
So at this stage, the key question they should be asking is, how can I group my ideas together to support my main point? This is what pushes them from just making a list to actually building a real argument or a story.
And finally, we get to W, write and say more. Now that they have a clear idea and an organized plan, your students can finally focus on the writing itself. This is where they flesh out their points with great details, specific examples, and rich explanations.
The prompt for this step is all about adding that extra something. How can I add more details or examples to make my writing interesting? This encourages them to go beyond just the basic facts and really add the color and depth that makes writing come alive.
Okay, so the what and why of the POW strategy make a lot of sense, but how do you actually bring this into your classroom and make it work? Let's get practical.
First things first, you have to teach it explicitly. Don't just assume they'll pick it up. You need to model each step, the P, the O, the W, yourself, using really clear examples. And this is the perfect time to bring in some graphic organizers. Things like idea webs for brainstorming or planning charts for organizing, they make the whole process so visual and concrete for students.
So, once you've modeled it, it's time to move into guided practice. This is the we do it together phase. You could try using a think, pair, share for the brainstorming part, or fill out a graphic organizer as a whole class on the board. You could even look at some great writing samples, and as a class, try to figure out how the author might have used a structure like POW.
And finally, it's time for independent practice. As your students start to work on their own, your role kind of shifts to being a coach on the sidelines. You'll circulate, offer some encouragement, and give that little bit of support right when it's needed. And, a quick reflection at the end of class can be a really powerful way to help them lock in what they've learned.
Of course, we all know that a one-size-fits-all approach just doesn't work in a real classroom. But the beauty of a simple framework like POW is that it's super easy to adapt and scaffold for all the different kinds of learners you have.
The key is all about differentiation. For your visual learners, maybe try color-coding your graphic organizers or using icons. For students who need a little more language support, you can provide sentence starters or word banks. You can even chunk the process down further with little micro-checklists for each step. Mixing it up like this helps make sure everyone can get in on the strategy.
And hey, if you want to dig into even more strategies just like this one, writingclassroom.org is a fantastic resource to check out.
So, I'll just leave you with this to think about.
Now that you have this simple but really powerful framework in your back pocket, how will you use it to empower your student writers to conquer that blank page and just let their amazing ideas flow?